Good afternoon, parents. This is your principal, Dr. Lindsay. It is November 9th, 2020, and I'm just going to share a little bit of information with my kindergarten and first grade parents regarding December benchmarks that we are hoping your child will be reaching by mid-December. All right, guys, so if you'll mark your calendars, the week of December 7th, your child's homeroom teacher will assess your child online on the December benchmarks for reading and math that I will share with you. And also that week, your child will take the iReady reading diagnostic. Please do not assist your child with the answers there so we can get a true measure of what your child has learned so far and has mastered. I will send out more specific instructions for the diagnostic as we get closer, but it's basically the same as when your child took it in August. For the week of December 14th for kindergarten and first grade, you will have the option of having your child participate in the RightScore writing assessment with informational writing. Also, your child will take the math diagnostic in iReady, and again, please do not assist your child with answers. Now you see the little asterisk here. If you would like your child to participate in the RightScore writing assessment, you need to reach out to me for instructions. I'll send you back some instructions and an attachment. So if you'll email me and let me know, I will get that together for you. Also, to take the RightScore writing assessment, it will require you to come and pick up the paper copy for your child to write on and drop it off by the deadline, because without the deadline, your child won't be able to have his or her writing scored. So I will share that with you when you email me if you are interested. Okay, so the kindergarten and first grade teachers, we chatted about what we would like your child to know and be able to do by December. Basically, guys, it's pretty much what we want our in-person learners to know as well, but we wanted to just take a temperature check on your children in December. Okay, so kindergarten December mastery in literacy includes recognizing all 52 letters, producing all 26 sounds for the letters, understanding the difference between letters, words, and a sentence, being able to write a label for illustrations using the most important / recognized letters or words. For example, if your child drew a picture of a playground and there's a dog on the playground and your child is labeling, we would expect dog, probably the D and G, maybe not the O, but we would expect the beginning and end sound. Same for if the child were to write the word playground. We would expect that sound, the playground, and some of those letters in that word, but not all of them, obviously. Okay, and we would like your child to know 30 sight words, and that is 30 sight words by heart. That is 30 sight words without looking at mama. They're going to flash that up, and if the child's eyes cut over to mama, that is not going to count. Your child has to know them automatically, immediately. So please, I know it's hard, guys, but you have to let your child just say what they know or not know, because this is not just information for us, it's information for you as well. If your child cannot answer something without you, then you do not know in good confidence that your child really knows that. Your child only knows it with your help. That's an important difference. We want to know what your child knows independently. In math, rote counts to 60, by ones and tens. So counting by ones and then 10, 30, 40, 50, 60. Recognizes numbers 1 through 20. If the teacher holds up a 4, can your child automatically say that's a 4? Writes numerals 1 through 20. If the teacher calls out a number, can your child write that number down? Understands one-to-one correspondence to 20. So for example, if you had 20 Legos, can your child count those out 1 through 20 in correct sequence and hold each Lego as he or she is counting? And compares written numerals and sets within 10. Can your child compare 2 and 5? Which is more? Which is less? Okay, so let's look at first grade. All right, mastery in first grade in literacy. Your child knows 220 sight words automatically. Please keep in mind that in kindergarten, the the benchmark or the state standard is 100 sight words. And in first grade, they need to know all 220 sight words. And again, this is recalling automatically. And y'all, it goes deeper than just memorizing, because what we find is sometimes kids, they learn all these words, but then when it comes to reading, which is so important, they don't recognize those words in reading. So keep that in mind. It's more than just memorizing this list. And if you practice with your child, mix those words up, they memorize the order. And so you have to keep mixing them up so that when they see these words like in isolation or in a sentence or paragraph, they can recall that word. First graders in the middle of the year should read 17 words per minute. Your child should be able to read and write CVC words. That's a consonant, vowel, consonant, such as dog, cat, mat, words like that. Write a complete sentence using capital letters and correct punctuation. It has a beginning lexile of 100 or greater, and we'll see that from the iReady diagnostics. So don't worry about that. Although, I mean, worry about your child reading and read with your child and have your child read aloud, but the diagnostic will measure that. All right, in math, your child should be able to rote count 1 to 120 by ones, should be able to write the numerals 1 through 120. So if the teacher calls out 119 or 54 or 72 or 3, your child should be able to write those down. Add and subtract numbers within 20. Solve word problems using addition and subtraction within 20. Builds numbers using 10 sticks and ones cubes up to 99. And that, I have bags of those cubes. If you guys want to come and get a bag, you're welcome to. We have them in the front office for you. And last, understand the value of a digit in a 2-digit number. For example, 84 is comprised of 8 tens or 80 and 4 ones. All right, progress reports and this data that the teachers will collect from your child online will be emailed to you on January 7th. That's our next progress report, kindergarten parents. The teachers felt like it would be better just to hold off on doing a progress report for your child until December, give them plenty of time to make sure they've mastered these things I've just shared with you, and they'll collect their data in that week that I pointed out to you in December earlier in the slides. All right, guys, these are the sight word lists. How do you eat an elephant? You eat it one bite at a time, one list at a time, 5 words at a time. No need to panic. All right, I included a couple of useful links for you. This is from math resources and ELA resources, and you see Georgia standards there. This is what the state of Georgia shares with us. And everybody in the public. But anyway, if you go to the right-hand side of that page, you'll see each grade level listed. And if you just click and open up that grade level, all of this won't be there. You'll just see kindergarten. So you just click there. It opens up to the standards, progressions. I put a little arrow by teacher guidance because this could be very helpful if you're not exactly sure, what I just explained in the slides, or you're like, I'm not exactly sure what that looks like. Go to the teacher guidance. It will show you examples and it will give a clear explanation of what mastery means. It gives teachers suggestions on instruction for that standard, but that could be very helpful for you. And they have this in ELA and in math, okay? With sight words, sometimes you get a little bored with those flashcards, right? So if you just Google sight word strategies, you can come up with a plethora. Because it's really important, especially as our children mature. It's not just about being able to call that word, but recall how to spell it. And sometimes you want to go beyond just the flashcard and do some things that might be more fun or engaging for your child. And your kid best and how your child will respond best. But if you do a Google, I promise you'll find like a billion different strategies. And finally, first grade parents, as I mentioned before, if you want to pick up some 10 sticks and ones cubes, your child will need to be able to produce that and identify, like if they say 73, your child will have to line up the 10 sticks and the ones cubes. The teachers have a way that they'll do it virtually with your child, but sometimes, especially when we're learning, it's really good to have something in your hand that you can manipulate. So we do have those available for you in the front office. And if you just come up and ring the bell, Mrs. Debbie will be glad to bring a bag out to you. That is everything. Please feel free to email me. My email was at the beginning of this presentation, and I will send it to you in a hard form so that you will be able to click and use the links. I hope you guys are doing really well. Your teachers will be reaching out to you guys probably towards the beginning of December to reserve a time to meet online. Hope you're doing wonderfully.